Hey, Melissa here from GirlGoneFishing, and it is 10 a.m. on a Friday. I'm off work, my car is loaded, and I'm getting ready to head up to Mosquito Creek Lake, way up past Akron, Ohio, about 4 hours and 20 minutes for me. If I can beat Friday rush hour. It can turn into a long drive if I don't get moving. But I'm going up there to pre-fish this weekend. I've only ever booked one other pre-fishing weekend, and that was Delaware Lake earlier this year, and it rained so much I got flooded out of the lake and the campground. So fingers crossed this one goes better. I've got a big tournament in 2 weeks with the Buckeye Kayak Trail up on Mosquito, and having only been there one day, I don't know the lake very well, and it's a huge lake. So I'm gonna go up and see if I can find like some holes in the grass. I hear it's a pretty grassy lake. A lot of stuff's being caught on the weed edges, but you know, if you can find that one patch of grass that's different from the others, or the hole in the grass, or some rocks in the grass, and if nothing else, hopefully I'll be able to pick a ramp that you know, has a lot of areas around I can fish. So I just don't want to go into this one blind again. I'm ready to start knowing a little more about where I'm going. So my buddy Kevin's meeting me up there to camp, and it's always nice to have a fishing partner with you for safety. So and fun, you know, friends fishing. So got to get going. Hope to beat Friday rush hour on this drive, and I'll see you guys up at camp.
Your destination is on the right.
4.5 hours on the highway, and I've made it up here to Mosquito Lake State Park campground. So Kevin's back there filling up his air mattress. I got my tent set up, but still have a lot of unloading to do. We've got storms coming in on Sunday, so we have to set up the pop-up canopies and stuff, but I'll give you a tour of our site. So we ended up getting site 205 here at Mosquito Lake State Park Campground. I'm splitting it with my buddy Kevin over there, and there's my tent, our picnic table, fire pit. Here's Kevin's tent. Isn't it pretty here with all the trees? Our buddy Joe, also from the Buckeye Trail, he's in the site next door, so that's his tent. So, all right, Kevin, when's dinner? Oh wait, I'm cooking tonight, right? Oh no! Well, I guess that means I should stop messing around with videos and make a fire and get the burgers on the grill, huh? All right, so our plan for the weekend is to pre-fish. We're gonna take it easy tonight and get up early tomorrow like it would be a tournament day, see what sunrise fishing is like, and see if we can find some cool places here on Mosquito. What are you doing? Just hanging out? You're welcome to hang out. Well, good morning. It is Saturday morning at 4:45 a.m. and I am getting ready to head down to the ramp and launch and do some exploring here on Mosquito Creek Lake. So I don't think I'm going to bring my rig my camera up on the boat today because I'm just trying to check out and scope things out. But I will make sure to get some video if I get any good fish. So let's go exploring on Mosquito Lake. I'm fueled by the coffee Kevin so kindly made this morning. This day brought to you by Hobie and Folgers. And this beautiful sunrise. So I don't actually have a camera or a camera mount on right now, but I have my phone, and I've got a phone holder I just got from Yak Gadget. So don't think I have it in the right place for this purpose, but it'll work right now. But I wanted to show you guys. My buddy that fishes the Cincinnati Kayak Fishing and Buckeye Kayak Fishing, John Graves of John Graves Kayak Fishing, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, he turned me on to these Spike It pens. You see that? I had always used like the dipping chartreuse garlic dye, and I'm a little klutzy. I kept spilling it everywhere. I've got chartreuse dye on my kitchen room, my kitchen linoleum. So these Spike It pens are amazing because you can put the dye on just like this. Look at this. Instead of dipping the tail of my Senko in the jar, I'm just going to color it on, and whoo, you get that garlic. It's a nice chartreuse color. And then cap it up, stick it back in the back of my seat so I don't lose it, and I'm ready to Senko. Now it would be really cool if it caught a giant bass. Come on, Kevin, the light's really good. Catch a fish for the video. Not too much too exciting to report so far. Kevin got one fish that was about 14, and I just had something bite a drop shot and just completely hammered the drop shot and then just sheared my line off. So I was thinking like, you know, world record bass, but Kevin says maybe there's like a walleye or a pike or something up in here. So maybe, but it's a really pretty morning, but man, there is just bass boat after bass boat heading out of that marina. Guess we have competition now. Look what I got. Yeah, that's right, frogfish. Woohoo! Got myself a little Mosquito Lake frogfish. He's 15.5 inches, so he's fish number 2 for my day. The first one was on a weightless Senko, but this one's better. Oh man, frog fishing is so fun. What'd you catch it on, Kevin? Secret bait?
Secret. Jackhammer.
Look what I just got. Throwing a frog in the grass. Where's my frog? There's the frog. Drilled this guy with both hooks. Gosh, I really wish I actually had a camera on my boat for this trip, but I just decided for pre-fishing I wouldn't bother today. It was going to be 90 degrees with light winds. The camera was going to shut off constantly due to overheating, and I just didn't want to bother. But man, I didn't expect to catch all these fish. Look at this guy. 16 inches. Woo! Well, not what I'm going for, but pulled the kayak around a little bit. Wow, this is the first time that I've ever actually used my fish finder, I think, correctly. And look at that. I think that's a school of bait fish with some big fish around it. Man, this is crazy. It has really never looked this good before. But check this out. There's a fish, and you can see its shadow. Nothing like a little shower to cool you down on a 90-degree summer day. So still working on trying to find some sort of pattern or find, like, you know, secret places that the fish are. I've found some really cool stuff on the graph, but haven't found any fish on that. And I've found fish in just random places. So I've caught fish on chatterbait, Senko, buzz toad, topwater frog. I think that's it. Oh, drop shot. So it's been all over the place, but it's been fun so far. I appreciate the little cool down with the summer sprinkle here. It's 90 degrees right now and humid, so this feels great. And gonna get back to it and do a little more exploring. Well, we've been getting sprinkled on and off all day, but now it's trying to get a little more serious. You can see some storms coming that way. We got some storms over here. So we can hear some thunder in this one over here. So we're gonna start fishing our way back over towards the ramp, and if this just passes over and turns out to be nothing, we'll just keep fishing there. But if it turns out to have like lightning, we'll be somewhere safe. Uh-oh.
I don't think that was playing.
I think this one, oh shit, that was lightning. Let's just pull over here. It's gonna blow through really quick. So yeah, the storm started. Everything seems to have cleared off, and it's really nice. So Kevin and I are fishing here kind of close to the ramp, so if something does start blowing in, we can see it and get off in time. But we're gonna take advantage of the suddenly nice weather again and keep trying to find some stuff, keep exploring more water. So just to throw something else in the mix, I got this one on the drop shot. I drop shotted a little Z-Man Finesse TRD and got a little fish. It's not the size I'm looking for, but saw a bunch of dots on my graph and wanted to know what they were. I guess I know. Well, we're calling it quits on the lake scouting trip for day one. We stayed out there about 12 hours and it was a great day. I really wish I'd brought my GoPro on the boat because we caught a ton of fish. Now back to camp, dinner, and then do it again tomorrow. We have to decide if we want to search this end of the lake more thoroughly, which makes sense because we did so well, or if we want to go try the shallow end of the lake, the upper end of the lake. Got to decide that tonight. So, see you back at camp. We got our neighbor Joe over to dinner. Kevin got his steak. Look at that. Good job, Kevin. Steak and corn. Woohoo! Morning from our campsite. This guy says, frog bite on today? Oh yeah. Good morning. It's the morning of day 2 of my pre-fishing trip up here at Mosquito Lake, Saturday morning. It's currently 5:30 a.m. You can see we just got first light of dawn, but there's a little bit of a storm blowing through, so there's lightning like really close by, so we're not launching yet. And there's actually a bass boat tournament launching out of this ramp. We're doing the causeway today so that we can fish the upper shallow end of the lake, because yesterday we scouted the lower kind of deeper dam end of the lake. So we're gonna wait for the bass boat people to launch. I mean, that's a lot of boats on one ramp, so I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna get out there and see if we can find more fish today. You know, yesterday I didn't set up my GoPros on my boat because it was going to be 90 and I figured I would just have problems with them all day. And today I was going to set them up, but there's pop-up thunderstorms coming through all day. So I've just decided I'm pre-fishing. I'll try to take pictures of any good fish, but this trip it's more about the experience, I guess, than it is making a video about catching fish. So maybe something will come together, maybe it'll just be for my own experience, but here we go. I'm gonna get launched and get out there, and it's kind of windy today, so it's gonna be good exercise. Well, the boats got delayed again, so we're gonna go ahead and sneak in here and launch. I looked at the weather. I don't think we have any danger right now, so getting on the water and getting going. Woohoo! Wow, look who we have here.
Hello there.
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Are we going to figure it out and find all the big fish today?
Go where the boats are.
You're right. All right, well that wasn't bad at all. They got delayed, we got out of there. Gonna be a little bit of a windy one today, but we got launched, we're pedaling out, and it worked out really well. The bass tournament delayed until 7, so we got the ramp. When we pulled up in there and saw like this huge parking lot full of bass boats, we're like, oh no. Alright, that's where our ramp was, right there. And now, I don't know how good this plan is. I didn't realize the wind was going straight down the lake, and I am not going to get pushed all the way down this lake and have to pedal back against it. I love being out here at sunrise. It is gorgeous. I love mornings on the water. I mean, you know, sometimes there's a little rain and it's dribbling, but that's okay because when it rains, it brings rainbows.
It's pretty in the rain.
So I want to take a minute to say thanks to Kurt Smits, who's one of my local anglers. I've had this fish finder for about a year now. One of the other local anglers, Sean Skidmore, gave it to me when he replaced his, which I'm very grateful for. But I really didn't know anything about fish finders or how to use them, and I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out the just regular, you know, down imaging, and you know, I liked it to see what the water temp was though, so that was cool, but never used the side imaging, couldn't figure it out at all, couldn't understand it. Well, Kurt Smits, so he's one of my local anglers, and he also has a lot of success on the national trail, including a KBF national championship title. He messaged me and said, hey, I made a video about my settings on that hummingbird. So I looked at the video and it was really clear and it was really understandable, and I made notes of all his favorite settings, and I went and adjusted my fish finder, and lo and behold, with that video and a couple of other tweaks, I actually found fish and structure and stuff using my down imaging and my side imaging. So I gotta say, thanks Kurt, thanks for making a good video, and thanks for messaging me and saying, hey dummy, why don't you watch my video? So, all right, back to trying to find cool spots and some fish. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that's going off, but that kind of worries me. I don't know, I checked the radar, there's nothing on the radar. It's not the first something of the month for testing. It's 7:21, so that would be like an odd time to test things. Yeah, I don't know, unless they send like this message out with it. I don't know what it is or what it means, but there is nothing on the weather radar that says, you know, any problems at all. There's not even rain coming for a few hours. So I don't know what's going on. Oh well, let's keep trying to find the fish. It's really weird. So far on this end of the lake, we haven't really found any grass. It seems like very flat bottom, which is unusual. So interesting. Maybe they sprayed or something here.
So right now I'm investigating this launch ramp back here. We put in at the causeway, which is kind of like the unofficial start of the shallow end, but there's this ramp back here, and we didn't know if it was accessible, because if you look on Google Earth it looks like it's covered in with like the lily pads, but no, it looks totally open. One of the awesome things about my Hobie Lynx is that I can get back into places like this. Sometimes you get lucky and get fish that other people can't get. I can't believe it, but I didn't get a bite back there at all. Saw a ton of bait fish though, like little rings on the surface and little tiny flips. So look at all this juiciness. I'm starting to think that maybe the fish don't push back up in here until like the sun comes up or something. Hold up that fish. Nice.
15 and a half.
Is every fish in this lake in the 15 range?
Yeah.
So we're making our way back to the ramp where we launched on the causeway, because we decided what we've done is pretty much figured out we don't want to fish this end of the lake for the tournament. Neither one of us, we both felt like the other end of the lake yesterday was just much more productive in every place and every way. So I thought maybe the best use of our time was to go back to the ramp, load up, and relaunch where we launched yesterday. And then we can check and see, is the fact that we can't catch fish today a symptom of the area we chose today, or is it the day? So if we can catch fish up on the other end today, then we'll know that it was the area, but maybe the fish just aren't biting today. So we'll find out, and I'm excited that there's finally a question in fishing that I can solve. Hopefully. I like answers, and fishing often leaves me frustrated. So gonna go get back to the ramp and get loaded up and relaunch. So, woo, it's a little windy. There's Kevin back there with his motor. I don't even remember where I parked this morning.
Back at camp, got a beverage going in the Hobie cup, and check this out. Kevin is gonna make pizzas on the grill. Can you believe that he baked that pizza over that fire. That is pretty freaking impressive.
Well, it's Monday morning and Kevin and I are having coffee. Thank you so much, Kevin, for making coffee today. And we're debating on launching our boats because 23 hours of fishing in the last 48 hours was clearly not enough for us. But I mean, look at it. Look at this. Get it to focus. It's gorgeous out there right now. So we caught fish this weekend on swim bait, underspin, Texas rig, big worm, regular Senko, wacky rig drop shot Senko, weightless Senko, buzz frog, weedless frog, chatterbaits. I think that's it. I mean, we caught fish. Oh no, yeah, that was pretty much it. We caught fish on a lot of stuff in a lot of places, and I'm not sure it really taught me anything about like where to fish in the tournament, but I'm not really good, or I'm not used to this pre-fishing thing, so I'm happy for the practice. And it was a great weekend, and I'm glad Kevin decided to come up and join me because I was going to do this alone. It was definitely a lot more fun with friends, and when he made pizza last night, heck yeah, that was fun. So gorgeous Mosquito Lake, and I'm gonna get packed up and we'll see you back up here in a couple weeks. I just want to say a real quick shout out to Strictly Sailing Kayak for the Hobie Lynx, because I was trucking around in some crazy waves this weekend and that Lynx didn't care. It always keeps me safe and stable. And thank you guys for watching, appreciate you, and I'll see you in 2 weeks out back here for the tournament.